With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma, offering over 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour. This is your ultimate tea playground. You can order online through the app or the website for a quick pickup. Open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Be sure to stop by your Tulsa location. HTO for the best tea you've ever sipped on. FloorTech proudly serves schools across the state of Oklahoma with gym floors and janitorial supply needs. Contact Jeff Southall so he can help your school. Jeff proudly supports his hometown Cashin Wildcats. Go Cats!
And hello again, everyone. Chris Lincoln, Grant Merrill on the Squirrel TV network around the world, bring you the 56th annual Tulsa Public Schools Tournament of Champions. This invitational basketball tournament inviting 8 of the best girls, 8 of the best boys basketball teams in the state of Oklahoma every year to come to Tulsa. And for the first time, they come to play in the magnificent BOK Center, host to the Oklahoma City Thunder NBA team and several Oklahoma, Arkansas, Oklahoma State, Tulsa basketball games as well. What a treat for these young athletes to compete on the floor of NBA and college basketball stars. They've done them proud so far. We've played 5 games, 3 left to go in this final day of play. In the 5 games so far today, they've been separated by a total of 12 points. We now move to the third place game for the boys bracket. In this, the battle of 2 6A powerhouses, the Jenks Trojans and the Owasso Rams. They got to this point because Jenks was beaten by Del City in overtime last night, 67-65, while Owasso lost to Tulsa Memorial 66-58. So it's the Rams. They'll start Caleb Leslie, E.J. Lewis, Price Pennington, and Brandon Mann and Caden Fry. Brian Montanati, the coach of the Owasso Rams. For the Jenks Trojans, coached by Clay Martin, is Gon Tata, Dylan Golightly, Seth Wilkins, Benjamin Everett, and Chase Martin. Jenks came into the tournament undefeated, 5-0. Owasso 4-1. They have now 6-1 for Jenks, 5-1 for Owasso. And we're about ready to get this one underway. Chase Martin, the 6'5" senior, will take the jump for Jenks. For Owasso, it's their 6'2" senior, Price Pennington. Officials, Willie Weary, Derek Dunbar, Daryl Wilson. They step in the circle, the ball is up, the tip is up, and it's going to go to Owasso. The Rams have the first possession. They move from left to right. It should be looking in tonight on Squirtle TV. Caden Fry, dropped around the right side, driving is Pennington, pulls up with the jumper, around the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Chase Martin. Back the other way. Oh, quick pass down court through the hands, out of bounds. Intended there for Owasso's Brandon Mann, could not control it. Back the other way we come here. The Jenks Trojans cross the timeline. Tipped away, stolen by Owasso's E.J. Lewis. Drives to the basket, ball knocked away. They'll be out of bounds and stay with Owasso. Good recovery there for Jenks, knocking the ball out of there. Owasso inbounds. Caleb Leslie gives way to E.J. Lewis. Lewis between the circles. Guarded closely there by Ron Tata. Inside to Caden Fry. Fry shots into the lane, goes up with the left hand and around and in. Caden Fry gets the first bucket of the game. And Owasso's on the board, leading 2-0. Jenks into front court. Ball comes across to Benjamin Everett. On the far side, in the corner, the shot up and again, the three-pointer. Ron. Benjamin Everett hits the three-pointer, and Jenks has the lead 3-2. Owasso's E.J. Lewis in the front court. These are Fry. Fry flips behind his back to Price Pennington. Pennington back to Leslie, takes a shot. Wild miss there. Back come the Trojans on the run. Layup up and in. Nicely done there by Benjamin Everett, the 6'6" senior. 5-2, Jenks over Owasso. Two Frontier Conference power teams battling here in this Tournament of Champions. Nice layoff, nice give and go, and it won't fall though. Caden Fry. Nice bounce pass to Brandon Mann, but he was fouled first by Chase Martin. So it'll be Caden Fry, it'll be Brandon Main to the free throw line. Mann to shoot 2. Up and good. Mann has one more coming. No good at the front of the rim. Rebound comes right down to Chase Martin. Martin brings Jenks into the front court. Driving in the lane. Pulling back with a shot. No good. Benjamin Averett missed the shot. Went out of bounds. And Owasso will inbound from their back court. Need to talk to Coach Martin. Dark red numbers on dark gray jerseys. Owasso in their home white uniforms. And a whistle and offensive foul. Offensive foul. Calling on Owasso's Brandon Mann. The ball will go over on the turnover to the Jenks Trojans. Jenks in their road gray uniforms with the terrible red numbers. And Trojans across the front. Owasso in their home white with nice bright red numbers. Good job, Coach Montanati. Cross court it comes for Jenks. Benjamin Averett couldn't get the shot away. Now in the lane, nice feed inside. It comes from Wilkins to Tata. Lost the ball though. Back the other way. Here come the Rams. Round to Caleb Leslie. Leslie to Price Pennington, who comes out for the ball. Inside it goes to Caden Fry. Fry, nice pass across the lane, and then it goes Brandon Mann. Brandon Mann, the 6'5 junior forward, a beautiful pass inside from Caden Fry. And Owasso ties it at 5-5 and a chance to take the lead. As Brandon Mann will shoot 1 here on the free throw line for Owasso. Free throw, bounce up the front of the rim, no good. Tipped again. Way in high in the air as Chase Martin tips the ball. Picked up by Owasso though as they steal it away from Caleb Leslie of now throwing out of bounds. It's going to go the other way. So Jenks will have the basketball in the backcourt as Owasso turns it over on a bad pass. We're all even at 5. We played 3 minutes of this game for third place in the boys bracket in the Tournament of Champions. Whistle. A little too much hands, they're saying, I think, for Owasso. Yeah, Price Pennington. Fouling Chase Martin as he tried to make a move down the lane there, so it'll go out of bounds here. Inbounding will be Jenks. Chase Martin flips it into Benjamin Averett. Averett gives it off to Tata now. Tata on the sideline, back between the two circles. Benjamin Averett. Averett into the circle, now outside to Clay Martin. Martin guarded closely though for Owasso by Pennington. Now a shot from outside. Three-pointer. For Dylan Golightly, hits the three-pointer. And Jenks up 8-5 now. E.J. Lewis, down the left sideline it goes to Pennington, between the circles. Brandon Mann. Mann stops, pops from behind the free throw line and swishes. Brandon Mann. That one for 2, 8-7. Jenks the basketball and the lead. Whistle. We have a foul called as they just came in the front court with Chase Martin. The call on Owasso's Brandon Mann for the foul. That's the third team foul on Owasso. Jenks has 2 so far in the early going. For Owasso, out comes Brandon Mann, number 20. Long three-pointer shot is up and in by Chase Martin. Coach Clay Martin's son hits from outside. And Jenks goes up 11-7. Back come the Rams. Down the left side, E.J. Lewis. Now between the circles to Price Pennington. Pennington. Now to E.J. Lewis. Lewis down the right sideline. Bounce pass to Caden Fry. Fry shots in the lane. Stops underneath the basket. Nice feed. Shot underneath. Won't go though. Cole Manuel was blocked Back comes Jenks, and the drive now, and the Trojans up, and no, wouldn't go. Owasso comes back the other way. Now they shield it away. Taken away by Jenks Chase Martin. Down the right side it comes to Dylan Golightly. Back to Martin. Chase backs it out. Down the left side. Driving is Golightly. Couldn't get inside. Now outside it goes. Three-point shot is underway. Benjamin Everett for Jenks. Hits the three-pointer, and we got a quick timeout here by Coach Montanotti. The Owasso Rams with Jenks doubling their lead. It's Jenks 14, Owasso 7, the game for third place in the boys bracket of the Tournament of Champions. We're in Tulsa, Oklahoma with the BOK, and you're watching on Squirtle TV.
So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out cause you kept cutting the cord, and I started to fade into your gray.
This is Grain and Grange Market, the coolest little boutique you've never heard of. Come see us.
.303 to play, opening quarter. In this game for third place, Owasso with the basketball. They trail Jenks 14-7. Here come the Rams across the front line. E.J. Lewis in the corner goes to Caden Fry. Fry shots in the lane. Puts it outside to Caleb Leslie. Off the left side, they go with a pass now. Back it comes to E.J. Lewis. Then to Zane Harbaugh is in the game now for the Rams. Nice move inside. It won't fall for Caden Fry just off the front of the rim. Back come the Jenks Trojans. Leading the way, Benjamin Averett. In the corner it comes now. Scramble for it on the floor. Whistle. The foul is going to be called on Jacob Simmons of Jenks. That jumped on top of Owasso's Zane Harbaugh. The foul gets the basketball back over to Owasso. Trying to close this Jenks 14-7 advantage under 2.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Rams Caleb Leslie between the circles, gives to Caden Fry, the 6'7 senior. Lays it off now way outside. E.J. Lewis hits the three, no good. Bounces down, picked up by Dylan Golightly for Jenks. And the Trojans come back, led by Chase Martin across the 10-second line. Chase Martin gets a nice screen there from Benjamin Everett. Now gives the ball over to Dylan Golightly. Again, Everett between the circles, starts down the lane, bounces off his foot, picked up by Owasso. Back come the Rams, up with the left hand, and blocked. It was Prince Pennington. Tried to get up there for the layup, and was blocked on the shot. And it'll be going back to, nope, stay with Owasso. Out the pass comes to Caden Fry. There it is, Caleb Leslie. Shot no good. Jenks has the rebound. The rebound in the game now is Carter Mundy, the 5'9" sophomore, came down with the rebound among those tall guys inside there. Mundy starts down on the right side, reverses the dribble to the left, goes the pass to Benjamin Averett. Inside it goes to Chase Martin. Martin turns, shoots off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound again by little Mundy in there. He has the ball, kicks it outside to Averett. Back it goes to Chase Martin. Martin, and a whistle and a foul. Oh, they're going to call it charging on Chase Martin, as Price Pennington was pushed to the ground with a forearm. Chase Martin pleads his case. So did his dad, Coach Clay Martin. That's not going to make any difference, though, and it's going to be Owasso basketball. Jenks leading 14-7, down to 1:14 left in the opening period of play. Owasso's Caleb Leslie comes back to inbound the ball, gets to E.J. Lewis, and the Rams are into the front court now. Trying for the steal, just missing it there was Colton Coffey. Whistle. And he goes out of bounds. He's going to stay with Owasso under their own basket here. In it comes to Caden Fry. Then to Price Pennington. Pennington down the sideline, and as an offensive foul, charging is going to be the call against Caden Fry. Turnover against the Rams, and Jenks will take over the basketball now in the backcourt. Carter Mundy across the timeline. Mundy gets it between the circles to Seth Wilkins. Wilkins bounce inside, looking for Benjamin Averett. Whistle and a foul as he tried to move into the lane. Foul's going to be called on the Owasso Rams. They whistle Price Pennington for the violation.
Number 12, Price Pennington is second, team number 5.
Checking in for Owasso now, number 55, Wendell Mann. Out will come Caleb Leslie. Jenks ball out of bounds. 16 foul on Owasso, though one more, and Jenks starts shooting free throws. Driving the ball across the baseline corner, shot up and in by Jenks. Colton Coffey, 6'5" junior, nails it from the far deep corner. 17-7, Jenks by 10, 22 seconds left in the opening quarter. Rams in the front court. The basketball, E.J. Lewis, over it comes. Zane Harbaugh takes the wide shot, won't go. Rebound comes down to the littlest guy again, Carter Mundy. Mundy up the court, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Averett has the ball knocked away. Shot in the corner as the buzzer sounds around and won't go. Tip, no good. That was Colton Coffey who took the three-pointer at the end of the first quarter, and it ends with Jenks on top of Owasso, 17-7. You listen to Tournament Champions Basketball from Tulsa on Scorable TV.
Upper crust wood-fired pizza.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Welcome back to BOK Center. Tournament of Champions action. Jenks leading Owasso 17-7. Ready to start the second quarter. And Owasso inbounds the basketball. In it comes to E.J. Lewis. Lewis gets a screen from Caden Fry. Comes around the right side. Shoots at the run. Scores. And is going to be fouled. Boy, he is some kind of quick. E.J. Lewis, the 5'11 junior. Scores on the running layup. Whistle and a foul on Jenks. Colton Coffey at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play now is E.J. Lewis. First quarter stats for you. Jenks 6-11 shooting from the field, 3 of 11 for Owasso. Trojans 5 of 6 3-point, 0 for 4 for Owasso in three-point play. 17-7 Jenks leading. And now 17-10 after the three-point conversion there for Owasso. Up and under, no good with a layup. Turn around, shot up around and falling through. Bouncing in is Benjamin Averett. Gets it in, 19-10 Jenks. Back comes Owasso now. 55, Wendell Mine in the game now. Basketball, bounces into Faye Martin. Excuse me, Caden Fry. Caden Fry, off we go, whistle. Two more new players check in for Owasso to Jenks now. In comes Caden Smith on Tata. Out goes Dylan Golightly. Also to the bench is Colton Coffey. Owasso the basketball, trailing by 9. Wendell Mann shuts down the drive, shoots on the run with the left hand, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down for Jenks by Seth Wilkins. Press ahead and bodies fly. Ball bounces around and will not fall down the rim for Grown Tata. Let's see what the call is. It's Owasso's 23, Caden Fry getting his second foul. For Owasso, that is team foul 6. Jenks has 5, so 1 more for Owasso, 2 more for Jenks. If we start shooting bonus free throws here, the rest of the half, with 6:59 left in the second quarter. 2 free throws coming for Jenks 5'11" junior Grown Tata. Tata hits the first, one more coming. Jenks doubled up the lead on Owasso, 20-10 now. One more free throw coming for Tata. Hits both of them. Owasso down by 11. They bring the basketball back with just gone under 7 minutes left in the first half. Wendell Mann across the center court, picked up by Tata. Down the right sideline, Lewis looking for someone to get some help from. Gets it from Jake Clifton. Clifton and back to Mann. Now down the right side they go with Harbaugh. In the middle it comes. Clifton outside. E.J. Lewis starts down the lane, drives. He's among the big guys, gets the ball swatted away. Back come the Jenks Trojans there, led by Seth Wilkins. In the corner it goes. The three-point shot on the way by Carter Mundy. The 5'9" sophomore drills the three-pointer, and Jenks has jumped out to a 24-10 lead. 6:24 left in this battle for third place among 6A powers in Northeast Oklahoma. We'll take a break here for the Tournament of Champions. You're watching the Scorelo TV network.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Physical Therapy Central.
Welcome back to BOK Center and this 56 Tournament of Champions. Also with the basketball, but they trail Jenks 24-10 in this game for third place with 6:20 left to play in the first half. Also, Caleb Leslie out front, dribbles down the left side, starts down the lane, pulls up a jumper on the outside of the near the baseline, won't go. Rebound comes down to Jenks Colton Carter. Trojans into front court, in the lane. Nice pass underneath inside. It comes from Tata. Up and in to Jacob Simmons. Tata with a good assist though. Simmons, the short jumper on the right side. 26-10 Trojans. Owasso, Lewis to Mann. Mann gets a nice screen from Jake Colton. Now works around that, takes a shot and misses on the right side. Jenks clears the boards. They come down the left sideline. Make a run to the baseline. Pulled off there. Now driving through the lane. Dropped underneath. Wide open. Laying up over his head. Would not go. For Jenks, Colton Coffey. Back comes the Rams. A nice driving layup by E.J. Lewis. Getting the ball on the outlet pass. Drove all the way down. And then is fouled on the play by Jenks' Seth Wilkins. And having a chance to complete a three-point play will be Owasso's E.J. Lewis. Change for Owasso. Out comes Wendell Mann. Jenks now brings out Seth Wilkins, replaced by Dylan Golightly. Free throw for the Rams, trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. E.J. Lewis, 5'11" junior, averages 9.4 points a game. Jenks the double-digit lead, still 26-13. Smith in the corner for Jenks. Now to Tata. Tata drives the lane, up over his head with the left hand, won't go. Rebound comes down to the Rams. Zane Harbaugh, battle for the floor, loose of the field. They're on the floor, battling for it now. We had Owasso's number 11, Zane Harbaugh. He was on the floor, along with number 11 for Jenks, Kane Smith. And the foul's going to go against Kane Smith on that scrum in the middle of the floor. And to the free throw line will go the other 11 from the Owasso Rams white home uniforms. That's Zane Harbaugh, 6'4" senior. Now 1-1 for Jenks the rest of the half. That was the 7th team foul on the Jenks Trojans. Free throw up, free throw in by Zane Harbaugh. One more to come for the big senior. Coach Brian Montanati kneeling in front of us. Thank goodness. It's a mountain of a man. What are you, 6'9" or something like that? Appreciate that, Coach. Free throw good again by Zane Harbaugh. Back we come the other way now. Jenks, 26. Owasso, 15. Trojans lead with less than 5 minutes to play in the first half. Cross-court pass from Smith. Shot taken by Tata. Rolls off the right side of the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Owasso's Zane Harbaugh. The Rams are running. Caleb Leslie gets a return pass. Hits the three. Caleb Leslie passes it over to E.J. Lewis. Back to Leslie. Hits a three-pointer. All of a sudden, Owasso back in this one, 26-18. We'll take a break. 4:35 left in the opening half. This is Tournament Champions Basketball on Scorable.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Owasso's come to life with a 5-0 run, cutting Jenks lead back to 26-18. As we're back to play in this game for third place at the BOK Center, the Tulsa Public Schools Tournament of Champions. The Jenks basketball in the backcourt. Owasso showing pressure now. They've come across the center line. See how serious they are about a press. Pass comes over in the backcourt for Jenks. Owasso putting some pressure on there. Now it comes across the 10-second line with Dylan Golightly. Golightly, left side, it goes over the pass to Seth Wilkins. Wilkins between the two circles. Starts towards the lane. Now drives the lane and going to be whistled a foul. Nope, lost the basketball. It was Owasso's Zane Harbaugh that knocked the ball away from him, and it's going to be off of Jenks, and Owasso comes back with a chance to cut this lead back. 26-18, they trail. Caleb Leslie down the right side, leaves it now for Pennington. Give and go to E.J. Lewis. E.J. Lewis drives the right side, stops in the lane, turns, can't get the shot up. Back outside it comes to Caleb Leslie. Lewis, way outside, takes the shot, hits it. Nope, they're going to call the foul first. Wow, wipe out the three. The foul is going to be called on Owasso's Jake Clifton. Wiping out a three-point play. The officials discuss it, but it's going to go to Jenks. That's a 6-team foul on Jenks, the next one, and Owasso gets to shoot free throws. Backcourt, Golightly into Chase Martin. Defensively back there for Owasso is Price Pennington. Cross court comes Martin's pass into the front court now. Oh, and traveling with the basketball. They got tied up there as Owasso Price Pennington got his hand up there, tied him up. Traveling was the call against Jenks. Now the turnover against the Trojans. Owasso ready to inbound. E.J. Lewis gets a return pass from Caleb Leslie, and he comes across the 10-second line. Off the right side goes Zane Harbaugh, leaves it for Caleb Leslie. Leslie even with the free throw line, wide to the right sideline. Pressure from Jenks, trying to double team, now they back off. E.J. Lewis between the circles. Driving is Lewis, knocked away by Caden Fry. Got a hand on it there, knocked it away. Chase Martin knocked it away, my apologies. Give Chase his credit here. Good defensive play for Chase Martin. Jenks gets a tip on the ball. Still controlled by Owasso though. Rams three-point shot is on the way. No good by Zane Harbaugh. Rebound underneath the basket, up and in. Great play by number 32, Jake Clifton. The senior got the ball on the right side, went up over his head with the left hand, laid it in. And the foul is called on Benjamin Averett, and a three-point opportunity now for the Rams at the free throw line. Number 32, Jake Clifton, has one coming. The free throw is good. All of a sudden, Owasso's back to within 5. 3:04 left. It's 26-21 Jenks. Chase Martin inbounds for the Jenks Trojans. Up the sideline it comes down with Dylan Golightly. Back across court to Martin. Still not in the front court now. They are with the pass to Golightly. Dylan on that far sideline. Guarded closely by Bryce Pennington for Owasso. Now to Chase Martin again. Martin in the middle it goes. Benjamin Averett drops it off underneath. I have no idea what happened because Montanani just stood in front of the whole play and blocked the whole damn half court. Couldn't see a thing. We know the basket was made, though, by Dylan Golightly. He was fouled, and he gets a free throw opportunity here for Jenks. They have a chance at a three-point play. Golightly free throw, up and in. 2:41 left in this first half. Jenks 29, Owasso 21. In the front court, Caleb Leslie for Owasso. Bounce pass down the right sideline. Comes to Harbaugh. Back comes around the other side to Bryce Pennington. Drives the lane. Drops it off underneath and lays it in. Zane Harbaugh. Zane Harbaugh. Nice give and go there. 29-23. Coming down to 2:15 left. Jenks getting pressure from Owasso now. They get into the front court. Chase Martin for the ball. Trojans, Dylan Golightly handling it. The right side it comes to Mundy. Inside. Averett up and a high off the glass and in. Benjamin Averett, 6'6" junior with a high off the glass and drop through. 31-23 Jenks. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Down the left side for Owasso. The Rams trailing here 31-23 to Jenks. Caleb Leslie outside. Goes across court with a pass to E.J. Lewis. Lewis starts towards the lane. Just knocked off there. Zane Harbaugh comes out. Back it goes to Lewis. Lewis stops, pops, hits. Couple feet in front of the free throw line on the right side. Drops the two-pointer. Back come the Trojans quickly. Driving through and missing the layup, though. Pushed out is Benjamin Averett. And the ball controlled by Owasso. Back come the Rams. Boy, Averett had a dead-on layup and just missed it. Zane Harbaugh gives way to E.J. Lewis. Now to Caleb Leslie. Back to Lewis. He takes a high, long three-pointer, drains it from outside. That's behind the three-point NBA line. Less than a minute to play in the first half, and Owasso's made this a game 31-28. They trailed by double digits just a few moments ago. Chase Martin into the basketball. Now a blocking foul is going to be called on Jenks Carter Mundy. He tried to set a screen, call for the foul, and the turnover. It's going to go to Owasso with 44 seconds left. And the Rams, with a three, could tie this game up before halftime. E.J. Lewis slowly across the timeline. I'm sure Coach Montanani told him, let's take the last shot, guys. Lewis, cross court to Caleb Leslie. Leslie starts down the right sideline. Clock down with 23 seconds left. In between the circles, E.J. Lewis. Lewis guarded outside there by Dylan Golightly for Jenks. Lewis, 15 seconds. Now he starts down the left side. Again, Golightly won't let him go down there. Coming in the middle, drives the basketball, pushes up the right side, jump shot with 5 seconds left. No good by Bryce Pennington. Jenks with the basketball, long shot to midcourt. Oh, we almost had our third midcourt shot again. Just missing off to the left side of the rim was Benjamin Averett, and it's halftime of the game for third place, the Tournament of Champions. And at the half, it is Jenks 31, Owasso 28. This is the Tournament of Champions at the BOK Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. On the Squirtle TV network, it's halftime.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
At Krotz, Lori & Associates, our dedication to superior client service continues to drive our pursuit to provide the highest quality service. We are committed to providing close, personal attention to our clients and take pride in giving you the assurance that the help you receive comes from years of advanced training, technical experience, and financial acumen. We are not your ordinary bean counters. Call us today and find out what makes us different. 405-848-2200. Or visit us at krotzcpa.com.
At the third place championship game here, the Timber Champions Tournament. Joining us right now with the Jenks Trojans leading Owasso 31-20. Great friend of ours, Michael Knight, Prep Red Zone. Of course, also a key figure for us at our Oklahoma Sports Scene show is our main director and editor as well. Michael, you've been around this tournament a long time. Give us some of your background in this event, covering high school sports.
Yeah, I grew up watching this tournament, being a Tulsa native, and really ever since I joined the media business around 2009, 2010, feels like this has been a mainstay of what I've done. Every single winter, around Christmas time, my family just knows. The end of right after Christmas, it's Tournament of Champions time. So, really interested to see this year's event after last year got canceled. Yeah. It's been great to have it here in downtown Tulsa, a new atmosphere, a new venue. It's been a good week of basketball.
Been really impressed. The first 5 games of the day on this final day of the tournament have been decided by a total, Michael, of 12 points.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what you want, right? Yeah. You got some really great basketball teams, and by day 3, you don't know what you're going to get after the teams have beat up on each other over the first couple of days. But, I mean, day 3, you mentioned how close all of these games have been. You can't ask for much more than that. And hopefully the rest of the games, including this one right here, and, Owasso really starting to rally there in the second quarter. It looks like we got another close one on the way.
Yeah, Jenks jumped out to a 17-7 lead in the first quarter. Then Owasso came back, outscored the Trojans 21-14, closed it within 3 points here. Your thoughts on these two teams? Some of these players, I've been so impressed with some of the talent on both these teams.
Yeah, Owasso really able to make that run here in the second quarter when Chase Martin went out. With the second foul. Chase, he does a little bit of everything for the Trojans, offensively, defensively. He's kind of playing out of position this year, having to play a little more point guard, and you noticed when he went out with the second foul, that's when Owasso started to really make their run. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the third quarter with Martin back on the floor. When he was running things for the Trojans, things were going well for Jenks. We'll see how Owasso counters that.
Let's take you to the championship finals coming up tonight here. 7 o'clock. It'll be the Bixby Lady Spartans against Lincoln Christian. Then at 8:30, the game people are looking forward to, undefeated 5A defending champion Memorial against the defending champion of this tournament 2 years ago, Del City, the 8:30 boys championship.
Yeah, I mean, I can't personally, I can't help but look towards that boys championship. It could be a preview of the 5A state championship game in March. Both of those two teams outstanding. Memorial, arguably the best team in the state regardless of class. Del City is right there in that conversation. They had some hiccups earlier this month, but the way they're playing so far this week in Tulsa, it looks like they're a state championship caliber team once again, dropping down from 5A after winning 6A the state championship in 6A a year ago. I can't help but look forward to that game. And then Bixby, Lincoln Christian on the girls' side. Who thought Lincoln Christian was going to get here after upsetting Norman in the semifinals yesterday? It should be an interesting one. I mean, they didn't expect to be there, so let's see what happens playing for a championship against a really good team in Bixby.
Can't let Michael Knight go without a plug for Prep Red Zone. To get all the information on high school sports from you all year round.
Yeah, if you're interested in high school football, prepredzone.com. Also our basketball website, prephoops.com. We're nationwide, but of course I run the Oklahoma sites on both sides, Prep Red Zone and Prep Hoops. And then, as long as we're plugging things, might as well plug Oklahoma sports scene,
Absolutely,
right?
buddy. That's right.
Every Wednesday night.
That's right. Michael, thanks for joining us. Go get some chili now. Take a break, buddy. Thank you much.
All right, man. Good talking to you.
Michael Knight will be back with more here from the BOK Center. It is halftime of the Jenks Owasso game. Be right back. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
We're back at the BOK Center here. Chris Lincoln with Grant Merrill on the Scorable TV network around the world, bringing you the Tournament of Champions. All 3 days, all 24 games of this tournament. We're down now to our final 4 games of the evening here. And right now in the game for third place, it is the Jenks Trojans leading the Owasso Rams 31-28. Owasso closed with 21-14 advantage in that second quarter to tighten things up here. Owasso back on the court. Now here come the Jenks Trojans to warm up as well. And we're about ready for action here. 8 minutes left to start this third quarter. And after this, they move to the championship round. 7 o'clock, the girls play for the championship trophy. Bixby Lady Spartans against Lincoln Christian. Then that's followed at 8:30 by Memorial and Dell City. Great action coming up here at the BOK Center with the basketball now. Jenks Trojans start things off. In the corner, Chase Martin. Martin drives to the lane, lays up with the left hand. Short. Ball knocked down. Picked up by Price Pennington of Owasso. Gets it outside to E.J. Lewis. Lewis brings the Rams into front court. Down the right side, driving is Pennington. Knocked away from him. Picked up by Jenks. Oh, nice behind the back dribble by Leslie. Caleb pulls it back out. Comes outside to shot is good by Caleb Lewis. He pushed the ball out. Quick return from Grantata. And Dylan Golightly hit for Jenks on a three-pointer. For the Trojans. Back comes Owasso. No good by Caleb Leslie. Picked up, though, by Caden Fry. And Fry drops it in for the basket. 34-30, Jenks and Owasso. Jenks, their terrible road black uniforms with dark red numbers. Comes across, Owasso in their home white, trimmed in red with Owasso across the front. Trojans across the Jenks. Underneath it goes. Up and in with an easy layup there is Chase Martin. Nice pass inside from Seth Wilkins. 36-30, Jenks. E.J. Lewis. Shots down the right side. Into the corner goes. The pass to Caleb Leslie. Leslie bounce inside to Caden Fry. Back it comes outside to Lewis. Lewis guarded by Tata. Starts down the left side. Pennington with the basketball now for the Rams. Back to Lewis. Now to Mann. Leslie at the free throw line to Caden Fry. Turns it over to E.J. Lewis. Way outside now is Brandon Mann. Back to Leslie. Work the right side now with Pennington. E.J. Lewis bounce inside to Caden Fry. Fry shots in the lane. Turns right, turns left, comes up over his head with a layup, but it's going to be a whistle, and a foul is going to be called. The foul is going to be called on Benjamin Everett of Jenks. First foul of the second half. So it'll be Owasso ball out of bounds under their basket. In it comes. Three-point shot on the way by Caleb Leslie. Hits the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down for the Trojans by Seth Wilkins. Pass ahead. It comes to Chase Martin. Underneath, the pass goes to Benjamin Everett. Couldn't get a shot up. Now turns back around and does put it up and in. Everett went right through the baseline. Stopped on the right side. Turned around and popped and hit the short jumper. 38-30. Jenks, 8-point lead. Led by just 3 at the half. Owasso, E.J. Lewis. The right side it comes to Caleb Leslie. Leslie, guarded by Dylan Golightly. Can't get inside. Goes outside instead to E.J. Lewis. Lewis between the two circles. Tata is on him for Jenks. Starts down the left sideline. Nice screen. Gives him an opportunity with the basketball. Man gave him the set on the screen. Now goes to Caden Fry. Fry drives, shoots, scores to the right side. Caden Fry lays it up on the right side for Owasso. Jenks comes back. Outside it goes. Three-pointer on the way. No good. No good with the tip. Missing was Benjamin Everett, and they just missed the tip on it, too. Here come the Rams again. Owasso down the left side. Lewis into Caden Fry. Fry flips out to the corner to Lewis. Lewis going to take the jumper in and around and won't go. Pulling it down is Chase Martin for the rebound for Jenks. Back come the Trojans. Chase Martin behind his back dribble. Down the lane left side. Up with the right hand and in, and is fouled. Chase Martin, the 6'5", 190-pound senior. Fouled by Owasso's Price Pennington. And Chase will go to the free throw line to shoot one. Out comes Owasso's Price Pennington. He's replaced by Zane Harbaugh for Coach Brian Montanati's Rams. That's Coach Clay Martin's son, Chase, at the free throw line, trying to complete a three-point play, and he does. 41-32, Jenks with a three-point lead at halftime has now moved out to a 9-point advantage. 4.5 minutes left to play. Clock running left in this third quarter here. The Tournament of Champions game for third place. Owasso's E.J. Lewis between the circles. Off the right side it goes. Man drives one uncontested. Lays it up with the right hand. My gosh, went right down the baseline. Nobody from Jenks stepped out. Gets the two. 41-34. Trojans back into the front court. Chase Martin starts down the lane. Pulls up. Fadeaway jumper. Won't go. Off the rim. Picked up by Lewis. Lewis drives the length of the court. Up with the right hand. Won't go. Picked up the ball, though, is Caden Fry, the big 6'7" senior. Picked up the miss and put it back in. And just that quick, Owasso's cut that lead of 9 back to 5. Chase Martin to Benjamin Everett. Everett trying to work on Caden Fry. Takes the shot. It is short. Rebound, though, comes down to Chase Martin. Martin goes up and in. Martin in with a basket. Here come the Rams into front court. Caleb Leslie. Zane Harbaugh now gives way to Brandon Mann. Back it comes to Harbaugh. Around the right side, E.J. Lewis. Zone defense here for the Jenks Trojans now. It's like a 2-3 zone with the basketball. Caden Fry. Around the other side goes to Harbaugh. Now to Caleb Leslie, looking inside for Martin. Can't get it to him. Or to Caden Fry, I should say. And E.J. Lewis takes it between the circles. Back to Harbaugh. Harbaugh. Now Lewis. And it goes to Caden Fry. Fry fakes right, goes left, lays it up with left hand and in. Caden Fry, 6'7" senior. Beautiful move inside. 38-43 now, Jenks lead. Chase Martin gives the ball back to Benjamin Everett. Back it goes to Martin. Martin trying to lane right behind the free throw line. Hits front of the rim, won't go. Rebound comes down And just missing the layup is Dylan Golevi, but he's fouled. Dylan got the rebound on the right side of the basket, scooped underneath, laid up with the left hand, lays it up and in, wouldn't go. Owasso whistle for the foul, though, and to the free throw line. We'll go Dylan Golightly. Free throw no good, has one more coming. Foul in the act of shooting, has two coming here. Out for Owasso. Comes Benjamin Mann in to replace him, the 32, Jake Clifton. At the free throw line, Dylan Golightly. Free throw, no good by Golightly, but Jenks gets the rebound. That's the Trojans' Seth Wilkins. Outside it comes to Chase Martin. Martin way outside between the two circles. That's not what you want, a 6'5" senior. Zone set up for Owasso now defensively. Martin looks it over, bounces it inside to Averett. Averett shots to move, and it's going to be whistle, and they're going to call a jump ball. Jump ball is called. Alternating possession, so means a turnover. It gives the ball back to Owasso. Jake Clifton inbound to basketball. Back come the Owasso Rams now. Lewis across the timeline, down the court, on the run, lays it up with the right hand, won't go, tipped around. Hey, Caden Fry couldn't control it. Back it goes to Jenks. Here come the Trojans. Dylan Golightly down the right side. He pulls it back now. Turns it over to Carter Mundy. Mundy, who's had a 3 in this half. Starts down to the left side. Under a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. In the corner, Chase Martin, guarded closely there by Caden Fry. Back to the right side now it comes. Cross-court pass, comes back to Benjamin Averett. Averett throws it back into the corner, looking for Dylan Golightly. Throws it behind him, out of bounds, and it'll be Owasso on the turnover. So Owasso will inbound the basketball with 1:13 left to play in this third quarter. Still trailing Jenks 43-38. Down court comes Caleb Leslie, still in the back court. E.J. Lewis. Now it comes inside to Caden Fry. Fry tries to go up with it. It's going to be fouled. Caden Fry, the middle lane, went up for the layup and is fouled by Jacob Simmons. Simmons called for the foul. At the free throw line will be Caden Fry to shoot 2 with 61 seconds left in the third quarter. Coach Brian Montanati comes to the scorer's table, trying to get a clarification on something from the officiating crew. Caden Fry with the free throw. Again, Willie Weary, Derek Dunbar, Daryl Wilson. They're the officials for this third place game here tonight. One more free throw for Caden Fry. The big senior forward hits both of them. And the lead for Jenks is cut to the lead it was at halftime. 3 points. It was 31-20 at the half. It's now 43-40 with a minute and 1 second left in the third quarter. Trojans with the basketball. Inbounding it, Chase Martin. He'll bring the Trojans. Oh, and he walked. Slid the pivot foot before he got to the timeline. Turnover against Jenks. That made his dad not too happy. Clay Martin winces there as he takes off his mask, and now he's going to put the mask back on to say a few words. Okay, Owasso on the turnover with a chance to cut into the three-point lead for Jenks. Let's see if they play for the last shot. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Looks like they're going to as Owasso's E.J. Lewis has it outside. Now Coach Montanati calls him into going into the action here. Caleb Leslie down the right side. Right corner it goes to Harbaugh. Ball knocked away from Harbaugh, stolen by Tata. He gets it behind. Coming back the other way for the Jenks Trojans is Colton Coffey. Tata to Chase Martin. Martin between the circles, and now the Trojans will play for that last shot. Leading by 3 with 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Martin out by himself dribbling. Owasso back in the zone, content to let him run the clock down. See what they wanted to move. Looks over at his dad, Clay Martin. Martin gives it a go. 5 seconds left. Chase Martin out top of the circle. Starts down the lane. Out to Tata. 3-point shot on the way. Hits it. just before the buzzer. Chase Martin to go on Tata, and the 5'11 junior guard drains it from the right side. And at the end of 3 quarters, Jenks 46, Owasso 40. One more quarter to play to see who wins the third place trophy in the Tournament of Champions. Back to Tulsa to BOK. After this, you're watching the Champions Tournament on Scorable TV.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma, offering over 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour. This is your ultimate tea playground. You can order online through the app or the website for a quick pickup. Open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Be sure to stop by your Tulsa location. HTO for the best tea you've ever sipped on.
Heading into the fourth quarter of the third place championship game here at the BOK in the Tournament of Champions. Jenks leading Owasso 46-40. Jenks 17-32 shooting, 53%. Owasso 15-34, 44%. Trojans 8 of 11 from 3. Owasso just 2 of 9. But Jenks 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Jenks 4 of 6. Rebounds, 21 for Jenks, 16 for Owasso. Leading scorers so far, Caden Fry for Owasso with 12. E.J. Lewis with 11. Avery Benjamin with 14. Chase Martin with 10 for Jenks. Jenks with the basketball, leading by 6 in the front court. With the basketball in the drive, dropping underneath. Driving is Tata. Boy, beautiful block there for Owasso by number 11, Zane Harbaugh. Back come the Rams all the way down. Hook shot at the right side, no good by E.J. Lewis. A whistle and a foul. Jenks Seth Wilkins called for the foul. The free throw line, ready to shoot 2 will be E.J. Lewis. Lewis, the 5'11 junior. On the night, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, has 11 points to lead Owasso, the only player for the Rams in double figures. One more coming here. Lewis, one bounce, flicks it up with the right hand, and through. 46-42, Jenks by 4 with the basketball. Trojans in backcourt. Chase Martin going to bring him across. Pass goes to Tata, drives down the lane, flips up to Everett, beautiful pass. Tata with a great feed inside. Benjamin Everett, the 6'6" senior, elevates and lays it on the left side. Jenks 48, Owasso 42. Coming down to 7 minutes left here in the basketball game for third place. Owasso, Lewis, man. Left side, it's there to Harbaugh. Pass inside. Nicely done from Caden Fry into Brandon Mann, and Mann lays it in on the right side. Give and go there. Back come Jenks. Trojans off the left side. Tata way outside 3 and short. Taken down by Zane Harbaugh for Owasso. Back they come to the front court. E.J. Lewis between the circles. Big guy Caden Fry, the 6'7" senior. They back it off now. Now it comes to the left side. Zane Harbaugh. Caden Fry between the circles. Starts down the lane on the right side. Pivots, goes left with a left-handed hook. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Benjamin Everett. Here come the Jenks Trojans on the run. And give and go. Tata. Ball knocked away, though. Nicely done for Owasso. Good defensive play there. Inbound pass comes from Jenks. Ball tipped away. Stolen for Owasso. Down the court, laying it up and in is E.J. Lewis. The junior cuts the lead to 2 points. 48-46 Jenks lead the basketball. And still plenty of time. 6 minutes left on the clock in this one. Tata down the left sideline. Trying to hook a pass inside was Seth Wilkins, looking for Chase Martin inside, but it was knocked away by Owasso. In for Jenks. Comes Carter Mundy. Out goes Gon Tata. Inbound to the basket for Jenks. Comes out to Benjamin Averett. Averett puts it up to Kane Smith. Smith back to Averett it goes. Averett, top of the circle. Now to Carter Mundy. Mundy to Seth Wilkins. Wilkins takes the jumper, hits it from the outright side. And a quick timeout called for the Jenks Trojans head coach Clay Martin. 5:45 left. And it's now Jenks 50, Owasso 46. This is the Tournament of Champions in Tulsa, Oklahoma on the Scorable TV network.
FloorTech proudly serves schools across the state of Oklahoma with gym floors and janitorial supply needs. Contact Jeff Southall so he can help your school. Jeff proudly supports his hometown Cashin Wildcats. Go Cats!
So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out cause you kept cutting the cord. And I started to fade into your gray.
This is Grain and Grange Market, the coolest little boutique you've never heard of. Come see us.
We're back at the BOK Center, the Tournament of Champions. Game 6 on the day, on day 3. That would be, how many now? 8, 16, 6 more, 22 games so far. 2 more left to go. 22 games called on the Scorable TV network. Hope you've enjoyed it from the BOK Center. Got another good one, Jenks 50, Owasso 46. Here come the Rams trailing by 4 with the basketball. 5.5 minutes left to play, clock running. As E.J. Lewis comes into the front court, drops off the left side. It goes to Harbaugh. Harbaugh to Caden Fry. Fry drives the lane up with a hook shot, hits it to the right side. Beautiful drive by Caden Fry, and the lead is down to 2 points for Jenks. Jenks, led by Chase Martin, come across the 10-second line. Flips the ball over to Seth Wilkins. Wilkins, back it goes to Benjamin Averett. Right side, whistle. Got some action underneath. I think they're going to call. Kane Smith is going to be called. No, check it. Zane Harbaugh. Owasso called for the foul. Inbound pass comes from Chase Martin for Jenks. Quick up shot up with Seth Wilkins, left hand. Bounces off the rim, won't go. Back comes Owasso. Rams E.J. Lewis. Between the circles, backs it off. Lewis gives way to Zane Harbaugh. Harbaugh tightly guarded there by Cade Smith for Jenks. Now between the circles again, E.J. Lewis. Zone defense set up for the Trojans. They kind of back down a little bit to it. Inside it goes to Caden Fry. Fry with 3. Trojans around him. Goes up for the shot. He's hammered there. Chase Martin had a piece of it, I believe, too. But the foul is going to be called on Jenks' Benjamin Averett. Averett and Martin were both in there. And at the free throw line will go Caden Fry after the foul. Caden Fry to shoot 2, foul in the act of shooting. Drains the first one. Hey, we could have a tie game with one more free throw here. Caden Fry steps away from the free throw line. Now back to the line he comes. Averett to the right side, Martin to the left side. Underneath the basket for possible rebound for Owasso. Not going to happen, though. Caden Fry, perfect. Swish free throw. Hey, we're tied. 50-50. 4.5 minutes left to play in the third place game. Down the court we come. Jenks on the drive. In the lane. Puts it out to Martin, and a whistle and a foul. Caden Fry for Owasso is called for the foul. Coach Bondani Owasso upset they didn't call traveling earlier on Chase Martin when he came across the 10-second line. He just said to the official, that was the easiest call you had all night, and you blew it. They're having a little talk with each other now. Nicely done. Chase Martin hits the first of 2 free throws. Puts Jenks back on top by 1. Martin looking for a second one. And Martin hits both free throws. Here come the Rams, down by 2, coming down to the 4-minute mark left in this third-place game. Lewis coming out to get the ball is Benjamin Mann. Mann now drives the lane, loses the dribble, but going to call a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Chase Martin gets the whistle, number 33. Foul is on Chase. 5 team fouls on both teams. 4:02 left to play. Inbound for Owasso comes into Caden Fry. Fry shots down the baseline, pivots to the left, off the glass and in. Beautiful move. Came down the right baseline, pivoted, turned, went up with the left hand, laid it in. Tied, 52 all. 3:48 to play. Jenks into the front court. Driving now as Benjamin Aver takes the shot. Won't go, but he's fouled. Aver too high off the glass. They call Owasso's E.J. Lewis for the foul. Foul in the act of shooting. E.J. Lewis talking to the official. Said, hey, I got the ball, didn't I? No. Free throw good by Benjamin Aver. Jenks again back up by 1. Willie Weary is our official getting worn out by this Owasso basketball team with the conversation. He's handled it very well. Let's him say a few words and just backs away. Missed the second free throw. Back comes Owasso. Zane Harbaugh to Caleb Leslie. Leslie looking down the corner, now goes back out on top. It comes to Harbaugh. Harbaugh hands it off to E.J. Lewis between the two circles. Now to Caleb Leslie on the left side. Top of the lane, Brendan Mann. Now into Caden Fry. Fry in, give and go. Oh, missing the layup was Brandon Mann. Wide open layup and missed it. Back comes Jenks. They go for the layup. Won't go, but a foul is going to be called on Caden Fry. Jenks, quick return to the basketball. Kane Smith was running down the court. Had the layup, but Caden Fry came and fouled him from behind before he could get the shot through. So usually it comes down, it's part of the game to free throws. And no good for Chase Martin. He misses the free throw, That's Kane Smith at the free throw line. Smith, I can see these red numbers on a dark gray uniform. All I know is Kane Smith, number 11, missed both free throws. So Jenks' lead is still 1. We're coming down under 3 minutes now. Here comes E.J. Lewis into the front court. Stepping out is big Caden Fry. Lewis keeps the basketball, dribbles away. Caden Fry asks for the ball. He gets it now. Gets it back to Lewis. Lewis, pass outside. It goes to Zane Harbaugh. Around the side it comes to Caden Fry. Fry shots down to the right corner now. Guarded closely there by Benjamin Averett. Now in the lane, whistle and a foul. Averett's going to be called for the foul. He backed in on Averett. Starting to make his move back around to the right side. And Averett was called for the whistle here. And now to the... That, though, for Jenks was just their 6th foul, so it's not a shooting position. And it comes, though, Caden Fry in the lane, turns up with the left hand, hook it in. Boy, Jenks has had no answer for Caden Fry in that light left-handed hook of his. Owasso takes the lead, 54-53. Jenks down by 1 now, coming down the 2-minute mark. Trojans in front court, diving for the basketball, knocking away with Zane Harbaugh, and it's going to be the Rams' ball. Now a whistle. And he stepped out of bounds. E.J. Lewis picked up the loose ball that Zane Harbaugh knocked away from Jenks, but he stepped out of bounds on the inline, and it will go back to the Trojans here. With an unbelievable comment from Coach Brian Montanati. Got a little cleanup work to do on the floor with the players falling. Now it'll be Jenks to inbound. It'll be Chase Martin. Martin looking to inbound. With a top to Dylan, go lightly. Chase Martin, left side. Seth Wilkins Wilkins the basketball. Back it goes over to Benjamin Averett. Averett to Chase Martin. Martin on the drive. Pulls up. Whistle. Foul's going to be called on Owasso. Owasso's Zane Harbaugh called for the foul. 1:50 left to play. And to the free throw line will go Jenks Chase Martin. No pressure, being the coach's son. Shooting 2 free throws, the chance to give his team the lead back. Tada comes in the game for Jenks. Out goes Carter Mundy. Owasso makes a change. Zane Harbaugh comes off the court. Two free throws for Chase Martin. First one, perfect. We're tied at 54. Chase Martin with a chance to give the Trojans the lead. Here's the free throw on the way off the back of the rim. No good. But it falls off the glass. Caden Fry couldn't control it. And back it comes to Jenks. Chase Martin outside. Tied 54-54. 1:40 left. To Tata. Now to Benjamin Averett. Underneath the basket. Inside the lane. Up and under. And got a nice shot for Seth Wilkins. In the lane. Went up and under. Got the basket. 56-54. Jenks by 2. Here come the Owasso Rams slowly up the court. E.J. Lewis just now across the 10-second line. Right side to Price Pennington. Pennington back to Lewis. Jenks 56, Owasso 54, 1:05 counting left to play in the game for third place in the Tournament of Champions. Underneath, quick pass, what a feed. Brandon Mann on the great pass from E.J. Lewis, lays it up on the right side, and it's now Owasso and Jenks at 56-56. 51 seconds left. Chase Martin comes cross court for Owasso. Martin taking his time. Gives it off without Tata. 37 seconds left. I wonder if Coach Martin wants to play for the last shot. Chase Martin guarded closely out front there by Price Pennington of the Rams. Now it gives inside to Seth Wilkins. Wilkins dribbles it out. Tight on him is Caleb Leslie for Owasso. Now whistle. And we have a timeout. There is a timeout called by the Jenks coach, Clay Martin. We'll take it with him so I can get my voice back. Tied 56-56, 19 seconds left for the Tournament of Champions on Scorable TV.
It's fine.
So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out 'cause you kept cutting the cord, and I started to fade into your gray.
This is Grain and Grange Market, the coolest little boutique you've never heard of. Come see us.
Back at the BOK Center, Chris Ligon, Grant Merrill, Tournament of Champions on Scorable TV in the third place game. The 2 championship games, all that are left here of this incredible 3-day run of 24 basketball games. 8 top girls teams, 8 top boys teams. We're tied at 56. Jenks with the basketball, 15 seconds left. Way outside is Chase Martin. Martin starts down the sideline now. Pass in the middle, it goes to Abel. Give and go, and the layup is up and in by Seth Wilkins. 5.9 seconds left. Great play Coach Clay Martin designed. And a give and go, and Seth Wilkins hit the running layup from the right side, the 6'4 senior, and gives Jenks a lead of 2 with 5.9 seconds left. A trophy at stake on this final day. Jenks looking to get the third place trophy. They lost to Dell City 67-65 in the semifinals yesterday. And that means Dell City is going to be in the championship game against Tulsa Memorial to beat Owasso 66-58. Again, an incredible group of games, 5 games, decided by a total of 12 points today. .4 seconds left to play. Jenks 58, Owasso 56. Jenks will have the basketball. They have 2 timeouts. Owasso has 2 timeouts. Owasso will have the basketball with 2 timeouts. Both teams, while Owasso is in the bonus free throw with 8, the next foul for Jenks will put Owasso at the line for a bonus free throw opportunity. Crowd filling in nicely here after seeing 2 area powerhouses from 6A. Jenks and Owasso battling. Looking forward to the girls' championship game here at 7 o'clock with local Bixby against Lincoln Christian from the west side of the state. And then the big dramatic final, the Memorial Del City Boys Championship, that game at 8:30. East against West, just the way they like it. 7.4 seconds to play. Jenks will be on defense. Owasso will have the basketball. The Rams go back with Price Pennington. 7.4 seconds. Jenks leads by 2. Owasso with the basketball. Pennington looking to inbound. Gets it in to Caden Fry. Fry quickly down court. Drives the lane. Knocked away from behind. Out of bounds. Knocked away by Benjamin Averett. And a quick timeout is called now by Brian Montanati with 2.2 seconds left. As the Jenks defense knocks that ball out of bounds, and Owasso now it's got 2.2 seconds, but they're in the front court here. Let's take a timeout. 2.2 seconds left. We come back, we'll take.
Upper crust wood-fired pizza.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Here we go, 2.2 seconds on the clock. Jenks leads Owasso 58-56. Owasso will inbound, part of their own bench. Now another whistle and a timeout called, I think, by Coach Martin for Jenks. He wanted to check the setup for Owasso, so he'll take the timeout now. 2.2 seconds. Owasso needing a basket. They can 2 to tie, 3 to win the game for third place. Then coming up again, we mentioned the women's championship game. The Lady Bixby Lady Spartans play Lincoln Christian at 7 o'clock for the first place trophy. The boys bracket, the championship is Tulsa Memorial, undefeated this season, against the Westside Power Del City, the defending tournament champions champion. They won the event 2 years ago. No tournament last year because of COVID. So Memorial and Del City meet at 8:30. Grant Merrill will be here to call that championship game for you. Hey, we have a special guest in the arena.
Look at that.
Yeah, Rumbo's here. The Oklahoma City Thunder mascot. He's doing some cleanup work on the court. I saw some of the Thunder cheerleaders here throwing things out to the crowd earlier.
I thought we detected your heart rate going up over there.
I saw it, yeah. Then Becky reminded me, younger than our daughter. That kind of ruins it right there. Hey, I have some kisses left. Where are those girls? Have any kisses left? 2 kisses.
Yeah, Chris has been handing out the Hershey's kisses all night long, and as I've told him, there's, you got to clarify.
Here we go. Owasso's Price Pennington will inbound. 2.2 seconds left. Jenks needs a 2 to tie, 3 to win. In it comes. E.J. Lewis turns, shoots off the top of the glass. No good. The Jenks Trojans survive. Jenks wins the third place game of the Tournament of Champions, 58-56 over Owasso. That clears the way now for our 2 championship games. Another great basketball game, another close game decided by 2. That's now 6 games decided by 14 points, I believe is the count. Just incredible basketball here. We'll get the final figures for you and wrap this one up before we take our break before the championship. What a contest between these two 6A powers. Here are the final numbers. Owasso 58, Jenks 56. For the winning Jenks Trojans, they were 21-40, shot 52.5%. They were 8-12 from the three-point line, 8-14 from the free throw line. They had a total of 25 rebounds to 21 for Owasso. 12 of 14 free throws for Owasso. They had a 4-point advantage there. But in three-point shots, the Rams were just 2 of 9, while the difference was the Jenks Trojans were 8 of 12. Both teams had 21 field goals total, but the difference was the 6 more three-pointers for Jenks. Individually, for the third place winning Jenks Trojans, Benjamin Averett with 17 points, Chase Martin with 13 points, double figures for the Owasso Rams, Caden Fry with 20 points, E.J. Lewis with 15 points, Brandon Mann with 11 points. It was 17-7 Jenks after the first quarter of play. Then Owasso came back with 21-14 advantage in the second quarter. They cut Jenks lead to 31-28 at the end of the first half. Then in the third quarter, Jenks had a 15-12 advantage. They took a 6-point lead into the final quarter. But then Owasso outscored the Trojans 16-12, but they held up with that 2-point lead. That's all they needed. 58-56. Jenks beats Owasso. The Jenks Trojans, the third place trophy winners here. And now taking the court for the girls' championship game. It's Bixby, Lady Spartans against Lincoln Christian. For the championship game, that'll tip off at 7 o'clock. We'll be back with that right after we take a break here. You're watching the Tournament of Champions. Get ready for the two championship finals on Squirtle TV straight ahead.